Yeah. Hey, I was stuck inside that grave a long time. Didn't think I'd make it through those long nights. But you never late, you always on time. Remember when you got me out there, you got me out there. And now I see your blessings every day. Thankful that your kingdom's on the way. Angels all around me, hear them sing like, oh, I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, walk up out the grave, yeah, I'm alive now. Told the devil, boy, you out of time now. Spirit moving in me on my fire now. And I know it won't ever die out, won't ever die out. And now I see your blessings every day. Thankful that your kingdom's on the way. Angels all around me, hear them sing like, oh, I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this. Yeah. From the morning to the evening, I could sing your praise all day. From the prison to the garden, you're the God who's breaking chains. When I look back on my whole life, there's a silver lining of grace. I can't wait to thank you, Jesus. Oh, I'll never get used to this. I'll never get...
Hey Matthew, we hung out here in Utah for the last 4 days. What was the most impactful thing for you during that time?
Well, seeing the end results, seeing how thankful the pastor was, how thankful all his team was. They did a Bible study, and as we walked by them, they looked so grateful. And it was fun during it, but it was most rewarding after it.
What type of projects did we work on?
Well, it was all over the place, but we've mainly focused on renovating this rundown, that room that wasn't taken care of, that they want to reimburse and have people live in it again. And it was in really bad condition. So everything that was in bad condition, we basically tore up to leave room for the new. And we cleaned stuff, sweep stuff, but basically we began the remodeling.
Have you ever gone to a national forest like we went to, a national park?
I have not, I don't think so. Nothing quite like that. Those cliffs, whew, really makes you take a step back, look up, and feel small. But also appreciate God's beauty.
Yeah, totally. I agree. How's it going, Luke?
Good.
So, we were in Utah the last 4 days. What was the most memorable thing for you?
Probably working in the worn down house, I'd say, and going to the national parks.
What did you work on for the most part inside the rundown house?
I mostly worked on 2 rooms, and we swept up everything and got the nails and carpet and basically everything out of it and made it look pretty nice.
Have you ever done any work like that before?
No, I've never really done any construction or demolition. I don't think in a house.
Was it harder than you thought it would be?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Bending over for about 30 minutes on one nail is not the best.
Yeah, that's not very easy, is it?
No.
What was your favorite part about the national parks?
Probably seeing the good views, because the Gloss Mountains in Oklahoma, I now know are hills. So, those mountains are pretty big.
Yeah, they were pretty big, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, indeed. Were you able to reflect on God at all during those moments, just looking out and seeing this beautiful, awesome mountain in front of you?
Yes, I definitely realized what God has created more than the Gloss Hills.
That's great, man. That's great. So you were here with 7 other students.
Yes.
Your brother was here. Any memorable moments with your brother?
No. I don't think that at all. I don't even know that we even spent more than 30 minutes hanging out together.
What was the funniest part from the week?
Probably Matthew's reaction after getting out of the river.
That was pretty hilarious.
Yes.
That was pretty great. So you had a good time?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd come with us again next year if we went here or anywhere else?
I'd try to, yeah.
Okay, cool, man. I'm really happy that you
The
came.
little guy making big moves. Tick tock, turn it to a tick, boom. Yeah, I talk a lot of stuff. Probably thought it was a bluff. Till I went and turned it where I was down, but now I'm up. Let's go. Yeah. This all God, this ain't no.
So, Jason, we went to Utah. What were you looking forward to the most before we left?
I was excited to, like the Bible says, iron sharpens iron, to be with a bunch of Christians, just doing missions. Like, I was expecting some evangelizing. We did that.
Yeah. And in fact, I mean, the evangelism aspect, though, while it existed, your mom was able to do the evangelism class for you guys. That was really awesome. And then it was pretty amazing. Like right after that, you guys went on like this prayer walk, and people were just out, so you were able to talk with them.
Yeah.
Were you able to talk with anybody specifically?
Yes, I was able to talk with a man named Sam, and then Ethan just swooped in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good deal. I'm glad Ethan was there to help and to facilitate with you. You know, were you nervous doing it, or did your mom's class help?
I feel like if I like go on stage and do something, I'm not scared, but one-on-one with someone I don't know, I just can't talk.
That was difficult for you?
Uh-huh.
I understand that,
So,
man. The church on Monday asked us to help on the second floor of their building completely demolish it. Did you have a lot of fun doing that?
Yes, I love demolition. That's a word.
You love demolition.
Yes.
Yeah, what guy doesn't? You know?
And I especially like with me and Matthew, I had to like tear up that tile. So,
Okay.
Like with the shovels, that was.
Yeah, you guys did that really well. You guys tore up that tile like nothing. Bo and I, we didn't take forever, but we took a little bit longer than you guys, that's for sure. So what was your favorite thing from the week?
Probably like the last day we were in Utah, Pastor Scott you know this, but Pastor Scott let us come to his house, and like we did worship together, and he thanked us for coming. That's just gonna be a core memory in me about this trip.
Yeah, for sure. That was pretty core. He was very thankful for what we were able to do. It seemed like it was a blessing to them, but it was also a blessing to us. So Ethan, you asked me on the very last day of registration if you could come with me. And we were in the foyer, and all of a sudden my mind was like thinking, do we have room in the van? Do we need to take the second van? What's happening here? I was like, I don't know. Yes, absolutely, you can go. And so I'm super happy that you came. This is the most time that you and I have ever spent with each other. I have realized that we have Mr. Positive and Mr. Like we're kind of electrical units here, positive and negative. We can't function without the other. But man, you did great with the kids. The students loved you this week, man. You did phenomenal. Your positivity and your just joyfulness brought a joyfulness to the students as well. I have to absolutely congratulate you on that and say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because when I was off doing some other stuff, you were there to entertain and able to do stuff with the students. And that's one of the best things about you, just to compliment you a little bit more, is you are a see and do. It's not just a see and go, hey, something should be done about that. You know, you see and do, which is absolutely necessary when it comes to ministry, you know. So, okay. So leading up to this Utah trip, I had talked to Pastor Scott about what we would do. And some of the stuff that he mentioned was, you know, landscaping, painting, and evangelism. Those were kind of like the three things. We did landscaping. We did no painting. And evangelism, slightly unfortunately, but at the same time, we were blessed with what we did do, and we can talk about that. But evangelism kind of got pushed to the side. Emily, though, did do an evangelism class on Monday, and then you guys were able to go out and talk to some people. You want to tell us all about that?
Absolutely. So that first day, when we were there in the church, there's a little bit of lull time, and so we had an opportunity to sit with Mrs. Blunt, and she shared what it means and what it looks like to share the gospel and to evangelize. And so we broke up into our groups of about 3, and we went through that whole process of what is the gospel, what are some things that get in the way of us sharing the gospel. And we also had tracks as well, and we went through that process. And then we practiced in our small groups and had the students go through actually sharing, like pretending, hey, I'm a stranger and I'm just walking and I meet you for the first time. What's that opportunity to break that interaction from just talking about surface level things and actually diving into talking about spiritual things? And so we practice just in our groups, and then later that afternoon we had the opportunity to Mrs. Blunt challenged us to do prayer walks, about 7 laps around the church. And so we were in our groups and we were going out and just praying for the ministry there, for Cedar City. And as we were praying for those opportunities, we also had opportunities as people were walking down the sidewalk to share with those people just walking on the sidewalk. And so it was awesome to see the students engage with these people that were walking and they had just met, and to share the gospel and to share the track. And we met with people from all different backgrounds. I think the first guy we talked with was a Christian. Another one was from LDS background, from Nepal with a Hindu background. And so we were just able to share with people literally just as we go.
How'd the conversation go with the LDS background?
It was interesting. The students did a wonderful job of sharing the gospel, the finished work on the cross, what Christ did for us, and just expressing that it is finished, what Jesus did for us. And so there's nothing that we can do to be in right relationship with Him. And so that was awesome to see the students grounded in their belief in that. And of course, she was able to share her belief as well with the LDS background. And then another man was very equipped, and he gave us a Book of Mormon, or gave me a Book of Mormon.
Are you going to go read it?
Well, I felt convicted because I didn't have the Bible with me to give to him, but I did give him a track. And so that was a big eye-opener for me to always be ready and prepared with an extra Bible to share, to give an account for the hope I have. And so that was probably
1 Peter 3:15.
Yeah, so that was very convicting of me. Of wow, here's this man who's ready to give, that time.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. And it's not, don't feel too bad, man, because it's not like it was an absolute planned moment for us to go out on the streets and evangelize and stuff like that. So don't beat yourself up too much. Yeah, for sure. But I do appreciate you bringing in 1 Peter 3:15, always be ready to give a defense, a reason for the hope that is in you with meekness and fear, with gentleness and respect. And I think you will, gentleness and respect, I think that's just part of who you are as a being, I think you're going to be able to always present the gospel in that form. Okay, yeah, I agree. I thought Emily's class was definitely impactful, especially on a few of our students, and that they all really enjoyed going out. There was that one moment where I saw all of you guys, probably 6 students and you, kind of talking to this one lady to, I think it's the east of the building on the sidewalk there. What was that conversation about?
Absolutely. So her name was London, and she was walking her dog, and the students and I, we were on the church campus, and we were doing prayer walks, and we saw her coming up, and we just beforehand just asked the Lord to speak through us, through that opportunity. And so when London came up, she had this epic dog, super cute dog, and we just asked to pet the dog, which name was Pokey. And so we were petting Pokey, and then we just asked her a little bit about her background and if she was a student there. And she just shared that she was a student there, and that she grew up in the LDS belief system, and that's kind of what she is still practicing. And then as 2 of us, it was Anna and Luke that were talking with her at the moment, and then 3 more students come up to also pet the dog, and we were sharing about her belief system, and then she asked us a little bit about our belief system, and ultimately we just asked her really, who is Jesus to her?
Yeah,
and,
totally.
What did he do for her? And Natalie was able to share the gospel track with her because she asked us what we believed. And so that was an awesome opportunity for Natalia to share the gospel and the track with her. And then another student prayed for London as well. And so we were able to have that awesome engagement with her. The gospel was presented. We were able to pray for her. And it was an awesome opportunity to see the students come together.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's great, man. That's awesome. So there was a little bit of evangelism during the week, just kind of spread out, whether that was at the national parks, just randomly talking to somebody, handing somebody a tract, or even at, so at Zion, at Bryce, and at the Grand Canyon. But most of our efforts for the mission trip, if you will, mostly dealt with helping the church on the second floor of their building. What did you think about that?
That was a unique experience. It was fun to see all the students come together, and it was unique because it was new for me, what I got to do, and a lot of the students, it was new for them as well. But we were able to come together and have fun during the time, and so we were able to clear out a lot of that second floor and reach almost all the goal that the pastor was hoping for that second floor. And so it was a fun time of fellowship, but also working together and getting our hands dirty and trying to be the hands and feet.
Thankfully we had gloves, but yes. Oh,
and masks.
And masks.
Yes.
Necessary.
Yes, yeah.
I heard that you got pinned or you got trapped somehow against the dumpster by a dresser at one point?
It was just a dresser that was
just
on
fell
top
on you
of
or
me,
something? Yeah,
and then my leg was there, and then underneath was the dumpster. So it was fine. We were just attempting to move the dresser, and my leg was just caught underneath, and so it resulted in me being in the dumpster. But simply we just said, hey, let me move my leg. And so we moved my leg, and then we put it into the dumpster.
Okay, people, just remember, he just said, yeah, it was no problem at all. There was just a dresser on top of me in the dumpster.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you just said.
It probably wasn't as calm if you watch the footage, but it was...
I don't have the footage of it.
It's a good thing. I deleted the footage.
You had the footage?
Never. No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, how could you delete this?
Yeah. But it was fun. Just a lot of things were removed from the apartment, and hopefully the church can go in and make that place livable for hopefully missionaries or students or whoever that may be.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a really cool situation. So, our week was kind of broken up into 2 different things: work and fellowship, and National Park and fellowship. So we went to Bryce, and we went to Zion and Utah. Out of those 2, which one's your favorite?
Okay.
Here comes the tiebreaker, guys.
So not even mentioning Grand Canyon?
That's not part.
Okay, just Bryce. Okay,
just
Bryce and Zion. Definitely Bryce.
Bryce is the winner.
Okay. If you've never seen Bryce, they're just these rocks on top of each other, and it's like, how did they get there? Our great and mighty God. It's crazy. I don't know how it happened. And it's like he was playing Jenga with the rocks. And so, it was just such a unique structure. I mean, Zion, so cool, getting to walk behind a waterfall. That was such an epic experience as well. But Bryce, there is less walking. You got to see all these awesome rocks. And it was just but you also had to practice patience and self-control, because otherwise you just want to run up and, carefully knock the towers over. But that would not be appropriate. So,
okay,
at a national park,
if it was not a national park, it would be appropriate.
Well, you just be careful anytime you knock towers of rocks around. So, Bryce wins, though. Congrats, Bryce National Park.
The winner.
Boo! Zion is better in my opinion.
Okay. Okay, well, hey, man, I'm super happy that you came with us, and you added a lot to the trip and made my life a lot easier as well. Because you took over some of the driving, so thank you for that. And I hope that you will come with us next year.
Oh, I'd love to. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for what you're doing with the youth there at Emmanuel and just providing this opportunity for the students. I know they each stepped outside their comfort zone, and God was able to grow them through that, and we're just excited for what He has in the future for them. So keep up the good work, Jordan.
Thanks, man. Cool.